Okay, perfect. All right. Well, I'm going to go ahead and get started. I set it on the table. Just going to let you guys know my kids are like feisty tonight. So I tried to set them up with stuff to do so they won't come in here, but we all know how that will probably go. So anyways, welcome to Wednesday night. I just have a couple things to share, a couple things I just wanted to kind of fill you in on that I've been thinking about. And then if you have any questions or any comments or things to add, then we can talk about that. There is one thing I want to make sure I wrote it down somewhere. Right here. I was gonna ask in the 9-week control freak group, but I might ask here too, because I think it would just pertain to this in general too. But no, this is the last time, and then you have to figure it out yourself. Go. Okay, so first thing I was thinking about next week and like rolling into Team Cup and all the things just to kind of get things moving in the right direction for the end of January, moving into February. And I always hesitate to say, let's do a free group, because I struggle with them. And like, I don't know, I want people to jump in and do the program and do the total solution and all the things. So I personally struggle with being like, let's do a free group. But I have been thinking a lot about it, and I think it's something that we would all benefit from. And it would be a great kind of gateway for a lot of us to, oh my God, what? Stop. I warned you guys, they are feisty tonight. I'm feisty tonight. That's what I should say. Not them, me. That's literally how I am like 90% of the time. What? Okay. Anyways, so I've been thinking about this, and I thought, you know what, next week, it's the end of January, rolling right into February. What if we do a 5-day free group, but run it in that group that is our 9-week control freak info group right now. So I'll leave all the 9-week control freak stuff in there. And then the materials that I have for January for a free group is Take Back Your Time. So like routine and strategies for getting, up in the morning and all that kind of stuff. So I was just kind of looking through it today, but I was kind of thinking for myself too. Here's my thinking behind it, is that when 9-week control freak came out, and those of you that are newer and you started coaching in November and December, you might have all these conversations that you have going. And maybe like for me, for example, for 9-week control freak, when that was coming out, my kind of like connection point was, hey, I have a free workout. Would you want to try it? And I had a lot of people that tried it. And then I tried to get them into that free group, the info group, and then nothing really came of it. So I was like, I need something else to like touch them with, like, hey, here's this option. So what I'm going to do is I have that list. And so like tomorrow and Friday, I'm going to reach out and say, hey, we're going to do a 5-day Take Back Your Time challenge next week. Just share with you some time management tips, like getting control of your schedule, of your sleep, of your routine, And then my hope is that we get them in this group. They kind of see how the challenge group runs. And then at the end of next week, I can say, hey, it's going to be for us, the end of January, the start of February, start of Team Cup. And hey, this is the next group we're running in February. Here's a little bit about it. Does now seem like a better time than December and January. And again, when I type out all of these like messages, I'll share them with you guys. But that's kind of my thinking behind it, is just to kind of have another like end of January, beginning of February. Gateway into building momentum the end of January and going into February. So just wanted to see what your guys' thoughts were on that. But I thought, instead of setting up a whole new group, why don't we just use the group that we had all the 9-week control freak stuff in, leave that stuff in there. So if people are bored and they're looking through, I think there's a couple, like there's 1 or 2 posts a day, and you can invite your current challengers to it too. And it may be something, maybe we can take some of the stuff and put it into our group right now, and maybe like keep them out of it to try and just focus on the people. We can do like some giveaways, some prizes for people participating, all that good stuff. and then, run that group in January. We can run another one at the end of February. And then in March, when the Shanti program comes out, we can flip, like just rearrange that group and then make that an info group for the Shanti program and so on. So that was kind of my thought behind that, was just taking that group and just morphing it as each month goes. Child. There. It's great, but she like doesn't know how to do it. So anyways, she's not quite 3, and you're supposed to be 3 and up. So that's my fault. But anyways, so you don't have to say anything now if you're kind of thinking about it too. But if that sounds like something you'd be interested in, or you think it would be good, or if you're just like, I don't really know what you're talking about, but I'm in, or whatever, I'll share the group. I'll make all of you an admin. And basically, it's just a great way for if you've been talking to people, but they're not ready to pull the trigger, like here's something you can offer them to just get into the group and to get in and to see. And then what I would do, the biggest thing is, like, let's say you have 5 people that you invite and those 5 people jump in the group. Don't just put them in there and then on Friday come back and be like, okay, like, what do you think? Don't dump them on Sunday and check back on Friday and be like, hey, what'd you think of the group? Like, you want to join our next challenge group or whatever? Get in the group, and on Monday and Tuesday and Wednesday, like if those people comment, you go and comment to them. Like you want to give them a lot of attention, and so they can feel that support, right? I see that a lot of times we do a group like this, and I'm guilty of it too. If I've jumped in with another coach and done a group with them, and like I'm just like, oh, okay, like they're doing the post, it's no big deal. Don't just dump your people and then walk away and come back Friday and be like, hey, we have a group starting next week. Like, would you want to pay $160 and join our challenge group or whatever? So put people in there. And then if by Wednesday, maybe you haven't seen them, or even tag your people. Like, let's say you have 3 people in there. Every time a post goes up, tag them. That's actually the best thing you could do, is tag them. So then they know that, you're seeing them, you're trying to encourage them, and they can kind of see what they would get that support from you as a coach, if that makes sense. And then like by Wednesday, if you haven't seen them post or comment or anything, then that would be a good time to maybe like reach out and be like, hey, are you seeing the post? Like, are you in the group? Have you seen it? And so on. So, but yeah, exactly. So I think I'll share the materials with you too. I meant to look through it today and get a good feel for it, but it's a lot of like taking control of your time, taking back your time management, routine, so on, which I think is really good. Something we can all appreciate and I'll help those people with as well too. So I will share, and I know there's some story clips too for like your story, so I'll share that. But with that being said, don't stop doing your activities to still try to hit Success Club and have some sales and that kind of thing too. Don't stop that and be like, okay, I'm just going to solely invite to the free group. I'll probably post about the free group on my stories once or twice, and then like once in a post. And then the rest of it, I'll just follow up with people I've been talking to. But like today, I like just before the call, I did a mass follow up for people that were interested in the challenge group. I did a mass follow up to them. And then tomorrow I'll start doing some of those like, hey, we're going to do a free group. Would you want to jump in? But even tomorrow when I go through my stories, unless those people like I've talked to several times, those are the people I'll invite. But if I have new people watching, I'm still going to lead with the challenge group and then like fall back on the free group. So that's my mindset, is I always want to lead with, this is the challenge group, this is the total solution, here's what it is. But then if they're, like see the price and they're hesitant, okay, we'll jump in this free group, right? Type of thing. And we'll talk more about that next week, like with the Team Cup and kind of setting some strategies for that as well. But I just thought that might be a good, especially for some, and I need it too. I need another like touch point for people to jump in and see what our group is about and what we have to offer and that value and so on. So, okay, awesome. I will share all of that stuff with you guys. I tried to share the prep week stuff in Messenger and it wouldn't send. And then I told you guys I was going to email it and then I forgot. So I have that written down that I will email that, and I'll just do all the free group stuff too. So I'll just send that email and let you guys know. I don't know why it wouldn't send in Messenger, but it said I couldn't send it. So anyways, the other thing I want to do next week is run a coach sneak peek. So I know some of you are going to be like, whoa, okay, coach sneak peek. But here's what I'm thinking, because I've been listening to a bunch of different calls like from Melanie and stuff talking about recruiting and getting new coaches and getting that started. And so this is something I struggle with a lot, and it can't be my struggle anymore. Like I can't struggle with running sneak peeks and bringing on coaches and helping you guys do the same. So what I'm thinking is, because we're going to do this free group, I don't want to bombard you with like another call or other things to do. But what I'm thinking I want to try is setting up, this will be a fresh group, a new group. And then just make it like 1 or 2 days and just post some things in there. But I would love it if everybody could pop in the group and go live and just share your coaching story from how you got started with Beachbody, why you decided to start coaching, what you love about it, and kind of tie it in a bow with that. So I'll share, like, there's some videos about what is coaching, and I'll, like, share a few things about like how do you make money and what does it involve, da da da. I'll share some of those, but I would love it if everybody could just jump in the group, even if you don't have any prospects in there, just jump in there and share your story. It can be 5 minutes or less. Just share your story, and then we'll keep that group open. And then, like, let's say that first week of February, you have a challenger from January who crushed it, and you're like, hey, you should think about coaching. Like, you should da da da. Then you can just not dump them, put them in this group, and they can look through all those materials and all those things. And the reason I want to do that is because I know when I started, my coach invited me to a sneak peek like 3 times. She added me in. I never watched the videos until I was ready. And so I think that's why I want to have a group open and available to you guys. And so that way we can add people in there. So I'm going to work on that this weekend, set that up. I'm thinking like Wednesday, Thursday. So whenever it works for you, like, I'm not going to be like, you have to do it at 6:00 or whatever time works for you, just to go live. And it's good practice for you too, to share your story and to talk about it and why, and then just kind of have that group open, and roll from that. So I know sometimes, like a while back, I did like a call one night and that was great, but I think I want to get you guys in on it too. So that way you can kind of rip the Band-Aid off and start inviting people that are either challengers of yours right now or whatever. Because eventually, like, the sooner you can get in that good habit of bringing people into the challenge group, helping them get results, inviting them to coaching, and just kind of keeping that funnel and that process going. So if you're not comfortable with going live and stuff, that's fine. Just let me know, but it's no pressure. Just jump in. Like I said, why you started, why you decided to start coaching, what you love about it, why you're doing it, and so on. Because I know for me, I didn't necessarily relate to my coach so much, but I watched a video of somebody else and I was like, oh, I connected with them. And it's the same thing. Like, sometimes somebody might hear a different story and they may connect, or they want just more proof type of thing. So like I said, I'll get that set up. I'll get you guys the group, make you admins so you can go live, all that good stuff. But so I'm going to kind of, this month, like this, for this group, a lot of my focus is going to be on current challengers, like bringing them in. And that's another reason why I want everybody to go live, because they're in the group and they see you guys posting, and they may not know you're a coach, but then they see you in the group and then they see you talk about coaching, and it kind of can bridge that gap too. Okay. So I will get you guys all that stuff, but no pressure. If you have a challenger that's crushing it, or somebody that's asked you, like, you've been posting and they've been asking what it is that you're doing, just invite them in there. And even if it is a challenger and they've just like posted one time or whatever, just invite them in there. So, okay, that was it. I also have, for Team Cup, I have a little guide I'm going to send you guys to, and we'll talk more about, I think I want to talk more about Team Cup next week. I just wanted to throw out the free group and the coach sneak peek and let you guys know that was kind of on my mind for next week. Also, I had this idea because I think it was in our 9-week control freak group, but it was something about, the question was like, what would you like to add to your morning, like add to your morning routine or something? And almost every single person commented that they wanted to add devotions or scripture reading or something to their morning routine. And I was like, okay, here's my sign, because that's been on my heart for a long time, because that's what I do in the morning before I do my workout. But I was so worried that like nobody else would want to do that, or that I would push people away by doing that. But then I saw literally every person commented that. So then I went into our Facebook group and I asked for Snapchat handles, and then if anybody would want to do something like that, like a scripture reading or devotional or whatever. And every person that commented on that said yes. So I'm going to put that in motion. I don't know what I'm going to do yet, but I'll come up with something. But when I did my follow-ups tonight, I brought that up. Because a lot of these people I've been talking about, like, you get the nutrition, you get the fitness. And then I said, hey, just so you know, we're going to add in like scriptures and devotions together as a group in this next group. So I just threw that out there because I don't know, maybe somebody needs that extra hook, or, just something that makes it a little bit different. So I will share that with you guys. Again, I'm going to work on it probably next week, and it's not going to be anything super fancy, but I don't know. I thought of it, and then I saw all those responses, and then it was just kind of like, okay, here we go. We're going to do it. So roll that out as well. And then my question was, I know Erica's in the 9-week control freak group, and then over in there, so it's in our bod group. So it's a little bit different than our Facebook group. And I don't want to switch the Facebook group up right now, because it's going really well. Like with the nutrition check or the posting your nutrition at night, like everybody's doing it. I'm really excited about the engagement, even though it's like January 20th, engagement is still really high in that group. And that I love it. Like I am so pumped about it. And at first, like the first week of January, I was kind of looking through, it's like there's 70 people in the group, and you'd think, oh my gosh, that's awesome. And then I like keep a list. I don't know if you guys know this. Like I go through just for like the points purposes and stuff, but like I keep track of like everybody when they check in and all that stuff. And I was like, okay, there's 70 people, but there's like 15 that are actually posting. And I was like, man, I wish that number was higher. But then I heard on a call, it was like 1% of the people you sign up actually end up doing something, challengers or coaches. And I was like, oh, okay, that makes me feel better, that really that number is actually really high, considering that most people sign up and then don't do anything or don't engage. And I think that comes back to like when I jumped into the group and I paid the money, like I was in the group, like I was engaged, but like not everybody's like that. So I was like, that's actually a really high number for how many people are in there. But still, it's the 20th and people are still commenting and doing that. And yeah, I agree. I agree. I'm like, oh, and it for me as the coach too, and you guys too, once you get more challengers and stuff in there, it's like I have to post my nutrition, because if I don't, then my challengers won't. And then so it kind of ups that ante. But in the 9-week control freak group, and I don't know if maybe we can morph this into the Facebook group too. Maybe I mean, it's good right now, but in the 9-week control freak group, there's just a picture, and it says to rate your 1 through 8. So like 8 being great, awesome, perfect, to 1 being like, obviously. And then it's your workout, your nutrition, your water, your PD and gratitude, and the controlled stretch. And I want to add something else because we're finishing up week 3, jumping into week 4. And I was going to just ask the people in the bod group, because the bod group doesn't have nearly as much engagement as the Facebook group does. But I wanted to see if there was something else we could add, like something else to score. So I didn't know if you guys had any thoughts on that, or if, since Amanda and Rachel are in the Facebook group, if you think something like that might be to maybe switch it up. Because I mean, in the engagement is so good and people are commenting, but I'm like, I kind of want to add something else too. You know what I mean? So let me see if I can add the picture so you guys can see it. Maybe. Were you going to say something, Rachel?
I'm just so bad with coming up with new things.
Hang on just a second. Canva. Oh crap, I might have to. Anyways, it's just and you can think on it. You can think on it. And so I don't know, like the bod group. I mean, bod group is hard, and it's easier for me to like track things in the bod group, but the Facebook group gets so much more engagement, um, because I think people are just on it, so they just see it. But the bod group, it's so. I just wish, I don't know. It's like I have to make a decision and go all in, like whichever way we decide to go. But like the Facebook group, I don't know. I just seem to have more people engaged there. Um, except for like the lifers that comment in both places, but yeah. And I think the problem with the bod group is, and I don't know because I've never been added to a group, but I feel like it's hard because I send you an invite to join and then you like accept it and you request to join, or like you request and then I accept it and then you have to jump in. I don't know. But it's nice with 9-week control freak because I have a lot of people actually that they log their workouts, but like they don't share them with the thread. So, do you want something different? Oh, sorry. I just exited out. So they are still logging their workouts, but they don't share them with the thread. So some people I think like that side of it. They like the privacy side of it. What do you want, honey? The Grinch? I don't know. Here. I don't know where it is. No. I'll help you with it in just a little bit, okay? I got about 5 more minutes, okay? Okay. True. Yeah. And I mean, and that depends too. Like they could set up their notifications, but I have them all turned off because I don't want to get notifications all the time. You know, I just go in and check them later, but yeah. I didn't want to like having a Facebook group. Like I wanted it to be in bod, but I just have way more engagement on Facebook. It's just, I don't know, honey. You just put it in there. You want something different? Oh gosh. Okay, there. I don't know. I will help you. No. Okay, there. It's been like that all day. Seriously. Okay. Well, okay, how about this? I can't figure out where the picture is right now. So actually, wait, maybe I can, for what we have on in the 9-week control freak group, and then let me know if you guys think in the Facebook group it would be beneficial to maybe do something like this. Because I think what I like about with the 9-week control freak group, what we're doing is it's not, I mean, I like that in the Facebook group, it's like share your meals. So I feel like that's making everybody else more accountable. But also like, I love when I'm scrolling through and looking and like somebody comments that they struggled with this or they gave into that. Like there's always somebody that comments or they're like, I had the same struggle or like I did that too. But okay, so this is what the picture looks like. So it's nothing crazy. It's just a picture, but then it has like workout, nutrition, water, PD, and then your stretch. So I almost wonder, do you guys think it would take away from like just doing that, write out your meals? And if we added like, how was your water today? And, you know, did you do any gratitude or PD or anything? Or do you think, what do you think? You can unmute, Rachel. You don't have screaming kids in the background.
I feel like water would be good.
Water, okay.
Yeah. I just feel like that's one thing I'm like recently really trying to stay on top of. And so I feel like it'd be good for myself.
Okay. No, that's awesome. I love that. Because, you know, we've been doing like just that. And I love doing, you know, for a while there, this was a long time ago, like November, I was having like a Monday, post your Monday workout here, Tuesday workout here. I love doing the whole week. I love that. Like that's so much easier. hopefully you guys like that too, because it's so much easier, I think.
Yeah.
And then to just have them as the pinned. But then I was like, I hope that's not getting boring. But then, like I said, the engagement is still up so high that I'm like, oh, like, but I like that adding in the water, and just maybe talking more about that too, about why that's so important and sharing tips too, because I think sometimes people struggle so much and it's so important. Week.
I really like how you have been like putting up those things too, like this person or like this group of people, they logged like this many days this week. Because every week I'm like, I want to get on that list.
Good. I'm glad. And I always like, this is the two in me. Like some people, they logged like 4 workouts and I'm like, oh, like you're so close to 5. Like, oh, I'm so sorry. Like, and so I'm just waiting for somebody to message me and be like, I logged 5 workouts. So like, but I also know like I'm that competitive side too, where I'm like, well, I want my name up there. Like I'm gonna make sure I log and I'm gonna make sure I do this. So yeah, that's why I go through and like I mark everybody's name. But yeah. And that's what's nice about the bod group is it like shows how many times you've logged a workout. So it's super easy, but good. I'm glad you're enjoying or you like that recognition part of it. So it keeps me accountable too. It's like make sure I'm checking into the group too, because that's one thing that is easy for me to like let slide. But and I don't know if that's what's helping engagement too, is like that's going on. And so people I love Spirit Week too. Like, would you guys be opposed to doing like a color week next week? I love Spirit Week. I feel like it makes everybody so excited too.
I think we should definitely do another Spirit Week or Color Week. I actually had parents at my daycare center call me and they're like, did we miss something? And I'm like, no. But you can come and join me.
Oh, that's so funny. Every time we do a color week though, I always have a couple people like comment or message and they're like, I need more clothes. Like I need more colors. So, but I'm very much, I don't have a lot of options either. So, okay. I'll come up with some colors for next week. We can do a color week. They're fun. So awesome. All right. How are you feeling, Erica?
Good. Better.
The joys. You're just getting started.
No, I know.
Have you, this is so random. I just thought of it. Have you been losing your hair yet?
Yes. Oh my gosh, I feel like I lose a head of hair every shower.
No, it's awful. It's
Oh my
awful. I
God.
still have like, yeah, it's bad.
Oh yeah. It's going.
Then you just look at them and you're like, you're worth it. But
Yeah.
oh my gosh.
Thankfully, I have really thick hair, so it hasn't bothered me too much yet.
Yeah.
Just right here.
I remember after Kinsley was born, I didn't really realize that like, so all of a sudden I was like losing hair and I was like, what is happening to me?
Yeah.
Like, I think I actually texted my doctor. I was like, is this normal for me to like lose gobs of hair? Like,
Yeah. Like I could just run my hands through like this and I just have so much.
yeah, the joys.
Oh my gosh.
That picture you posted today with him though, I was like, he's huge. Like,
Oh, I
he's like
know.
a little boy. I mean, not a little boy, but like
He's getting
not a
so
little
big.
squishy baby anymore.
I
They grow
know.
so fast. Oh, awesome. Oh, okay, good. Well, if you guys have, I will share that stuff for the free group. I will share the stuff for the coach sneak peek and the prep week stuff. And then if you have any questions or comments on it or anything, just let me know. Just comment them in the thread and we'll roll. And I think, yeah, it's a 5-day. So we'll start on Monday. There might be a post for Sunday, but yeah. So awesome. And I will add on Sunday's post, I'll add the water for the check-in. And then, yeah, just even to say like, how much did you have? That would be easy to put at the end of when you post your meals and stuff. So awesome. Okay. Sounds good. Oh, and a color challenge.
Thank
We'll do a color
you.
challenge too. Yeah, of course. Hang on, I'm gonna take, I should have done it before Amanda got off, but. All right. All right, you guys ready? Okay, 1, 2, 3. Awesome. All right, have a good night, you guys,
You
and
too.
see you later.
See ya.